goody. Another guest. And so soon. Tell me, should I congratulate you, General? You continue to advance, all the while avoiding my parchment. Such an effective name, General. Tell me, how many shadows and lights have faded since your promotion?
Mind your words, Vane.
Rippers. You can't stay here.
Mind my words? There is nothing else that I mind, Valavingi. The kings call and the pieces move. The knights flash their steel and the wolves gnash their teeth, and yet still words remain. I will be here, minding my words, long after your name has been erased, Valavingi, the loyal knight, the Emperor's right claw.
Profane the Emperor's name, and you will be added to the list of faded lights.
Master Melbourne is going to be quite upset about the coins.
Melbourne? You know Melbourne?
There is only one master. I can take you for the right amount of coin.
Well, I am surprised. You shouldn't treat old friends with such disrespect.
Tell me where they are, Vane.
No, I think not. My names are mine, for me alone. If you wish to see them, simply watch the approaching performance. I'm sure the second act will be quite the spectacle.
Take my hand.
You know what is at stake. You wouldn't hand victory to the Forsaken.
I will hand victory to no one. Win or lose, Valavingi, and I always profit. Wars line my pockets. Death supplies my host. Now run along, mighty general, before I propose your names into these pages.
Who are these people?
They have coin.
I don't care if they have a whole quartz mine. You don't sleuth up with a bunch of chaps. Here, we're trying to stay in the dark. Stay out of the iron.
Are you Melbourne?
Am I Melbourne? Tell him, Troy. No, I'm not Melbourne, and I don't like that question. Now, why don't you guys just hold hands and get out of here?
Can you fix a robot?
We are trying to stay out of sight. So why don't you guys, your little ragtag group of whatever this is, and just get out of here. Okay, we just don't need it. Toy box?
They have coin.
There is plenty of coin. Yesterday I found a coin underneath the couch.
But the coin is here.
For all we know, they could be cops.
Actually, I was a cop. At one time, but...
Bingo! I knew it!
Lightwave. What have we here?
Pops, that one is a cop.
Was. Past tense.
It doesn't matter. They need to get out of here.
Eugene!
Yeah?
Secure your words.
My words are so locked down right now, you don't even need to be here.
Eugene?
Yes?
I'll handle this.
Pops, you can't. Look at them. I'm gonna fly away this time, but seriously, next time, you can be by yourself. Next time you're gonna be like, I'm hurt.
Go!
Okay, bye!
Forgive me. You'll have to excuse my son's behavior. He is quite the flippant little match these days.
Listen, I had no interest in turning you in. We just need your help.
I can see that. You three have been all over the news. I assume that this is the robot in question?
Toy box.
Eugene! Honestly, what doth fuels this fire?
Is that a rhetorical question?
No, it is not a rhetorical question!
It seemed like a cringe. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can you fix him?
It depends on the damage. Please, gather him up. Come right this way. Please, place him over here. Eugene, go to the kitchen and cook him up something cold. Your name is Virgil Gray.
I am.
And your father was Harvey Gray?
2 for 2.
I read the parchment. Forgive me.
If you don't mind me asking, how'd you end up in a place like this?
Well, it wasn't always like this. At one point in time, I was a designer at Goliath Ventures. I actually designed this model here. When your father died, the media lit a firestorm on all robots. How could a robot kill his partner, they said. Well, this nearly led to a recall of all the systems. Many of my colleagues believed that there was a problem with the postulation cortex. The brain.
Was there?
Surprisingly, no. Everything checked out fine. Except, well, I did find a foreign subdirective planted beneath layers of neural coding.
I'm not sure I understand.
Forgive me. I often speak in designer dialect, and old habits are hard to break. Every robot is designed with a set of directives that define its purpose and regulate its top priorities. Now, underneath these set of directives is another set of sub-directives that is run on an unconscious level. One might say that the primary directive is the soul of the machine. I understand that this may be a crude comparison, but it is the element that drives the machine to every action that it undertakes during its interim. Now, Cypher's here is the DX-9 model. The idea was to integrate him into the police workforce, as his primary objective is to safeguard the innocent and protect his partner. However, buried beneath this primary directive was a sub-directive that we never intended. Find the pop rocket.
Pop rocket.
That's right. I wasn't sure why it was there or what significance it held, but it was protected by a Class 1 electronic seal. Now, there is only one person, or should I say feline, who has that kind of access.
LaBouche.
The one and only.
Why didn't LaBouche just initiate a global search for the pop rocket? Why use robots?
Well, people are imperfect, Virgil. But robots. Robots were invented to obey without question and never whisper. Luckily, I was able to do some research on the pop rocket myself.
What'd you find?
Pop rocket is a code name for a device. Actually, the device. It has gone by many names, but in the Chronicles it is known as the Pieces 3.
The Pieces 3. The ones that the Overseer used to create our universe.
One and the same.
That was proven to be false by the prophets. Those pages were even ripped out of the Chronicles.
Nobody fought that hearsay. And now, here we are. Acting as a shepherd, the Emperor has turned us into his sheep. Now, those missing pages document how the Overseer used the Pieces 3 to first create the Hollow, and later to fill it with our known and endless universe.
The Hollow.
There are some within the Order who believe that the Hollow is the gateway that connects us all.
What do you believe?
Well, Seems to me that if every new piece of life or energy is just as connected to the beginning as it is to the end, then the hollow is where we will meet our conclusion.
Some theory there. What else did you find?
Well, it is believed that the Overseer still has the device. I am not so sure about that. He who has the pieces 3, Virgil, has the ability to unmake our universe. It is the ultimate weapon. And the Emperor is searching for it and will stop at nothing to find it. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you much more. My research was discovered and I was immediately red-listed.
Red-listed?
Disgraced. Both as an engineer and a family man. Everyone turned from me. Except for Eugene. Now I was forced into this red trade, if only to put food on the table. And I'm ashamed to admit I've had to deal with some less than scrupulous people.
I'm sorry that happened. So let me get this right. Every robot has a subdirective planted within them.
It appears that way, yes.
Even Lightwave.
Even Lightwave. However, I did alter his primary directive so that he would search for something else.
Coins.
Money is scarce. Now, Lightwave is still searching for the pop rocket, and he always will be. Only the Emperor himself can stop that. Mind if I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Why would you risk all of this for a robot who possibly killed your father? Forgive me if I'm being intrusive. I just want to make sense of it all.
When I got a call, it pulled up some piece of me that had left buried. It was his voice. After we talked, I took off. Past the borders of the city. There sits this pond. It's just a pond to most people. My parents took me there as a kid. I don't remember how long I sat there foolishly waiting for him, but I didn't know what to do. I felt helpless. Angry. I've been alone for so long. There's no one left. I have no family. They're left in a place between dreaming and death. Maybe that's why I dared to hope. That's when he called me again. He said things he would only know to say. He told me he wouldn't talk again until I found ciphers, and that he'd know everything about the pop rocket. So here I am.
That is quite a kernel. Now, let's just hope that our friend here holds something of value.
The factions grow restless, Valavinji. There is a war coming. I feel it in my whisker shoots, and it vibrates down to my paws.
There is always another war, my Emperor.
Have you located the pieces 3?
No, my Emperor. The trail has gone cold.
This frazzles me so. Oh, how I wish this news was served with a dish of milk for the paws. I implore you to end this rebellion before it gets out of hand.
I will do as you command, my Emperor.
Still dancing on the strings like a feral emperor, I see. Why are you out in the open? This is hardly your style.
Wolves bear fangs in the dark and the light all the same. Do not mistake my absence for cowardice.
I have dealings, so get on with it.
I've simply come to give a final promise to an old friend.
Even after all we've been through, you would still honor our friendship.
Come between me and my goal, and I will show you the greatest honor I have to offer. I promise.
Your promises are as good as dust. Or don't you remember?
I have forgotten nothing. Make sure you do the same. For once it starts, ensure that we do not cross paths.
You speak of war.
War? No. More like a purging. We will not distinguish from king or pawn. Any who deny our purpose will be consumed by the tidal flame.
Can't you see the irony in your own words? You speak so clearly from the Chronicles, yet you blindly dismiss the Emperor as the true descendant of the Overseer.
Labouche has ruled for 150 years. Still, he provides no proof of descending from the Overseer. Yet, you continue to do all his bidding. You follow without question, and act without seeing.
You lack faith.
Your faith. Soon, your walls will be consumed by the Forsaken, and you all will be crushed to dust.
We shall see, old friend.
In due time. You have been warned, Valavingi. If we cross paths again, I will be the last thing you will see.
I look forward to it.
Strikers 3.
Can you fix them?
I can, but I'm afraid I need a new power supply. I don't have one here that's compatible to the DX-9.
Then where do we get one?
Goliath Ventures. Going price on the red trade right now is about 1 million quartz. Now, unless you have that type of coin, Goliath is gonna be your only option.
So we're tossed then?
We steal it.
Whoa, now hold the phone.
It's too thick, Virgil. Half the city's looking for us.
Are we actually entertaining this idea?
The idea is being entertained.
Wait, can't we just have Lightwave flash us in and out, no problem?
I'm afraid it won't be that easy, boys. They have very strict mutation filters for that very thing. They are perhaps vulnerable in other ways.
In what ways?
There is a service hatch on the first floor that will bypass all the security checkpoints. And it will lead you directly to the manufacturing wing.
Sounds easy enough.
It is a one-way motion activated door.
What does that mean?
It means it's one way.
Are we still entertaining this idea right
The
now?
idea is having a ball fissure.
So we're tossed again.
How do we get out?
Up. You're gonna have to go to the roof and use this.
And that is?
This is a magnetic tether device.
And that is?
Think of it as a magnetic parachute, but without the chute.
How's that idea now, Virgil?
It's in intermission.
Well, I'm out. There's no way I'm doing that.
Well, there's only one anyway.
I'll do it.
I must warn you, this has not been tested before.
You're really doing nothing to keep this idea entertained.
So what's gonna catch him as he falls?
A resonating frequency dish. It will draw him to its focal point. Now, wherever the dish is, he will go.
Once I'm attached, how do we get out? We can't outrun the Rippers.
Well, as a last precaution, you can use this. It's an EMP. If you find yourself in the thick of it, just activate that and it should give you enough time and jam their circuits.
Yeah, but won't that also affect the hover car's external magnets?
I have no idea. That's why I said last precaution.
Let my words be resolute. My name is Severos Algarios Valavinci, General to our Emperor, to the fugitives currently hiding in our capital walls. This flame, to defy the Emperor, will not hold spark for much longer. No matter how fast you run, or how deep you hide, I will hunt you until your last breath.